Hey everyone, how are you guys? I'm having a little bit of winter here and I wanted to show everyone, and I thought it was a good opportunity to talk to you a little bit about the Lilies card in the Lenormand deck. You know that I talk about cards, usually playing cards, but I also mentioned in some of my videos the Lenormand deck, which I really find fascinating. And this is the 30th card in the deck. You see it has number 30 there. You also see a representation there. It's the King of Spades. Don't necessarily take the equivalent of these cards and the playing card deck cards, because the Lenormand deck has a special meaning. And so the Lilies card is a perfect representation for winter time, because lilies are a card in the deck that can actually practically show winter if you have a question about timing. And I really love the Lenormand deck. It's quite fascinating for me, and especially this one, this particular deck that has been created by Rana George in collaboration with an artist. So of course lilies are like winter. Lilies show something that takes a long time to develop, a long time to mature. It can show older people, like an older uncle, an older aunt, someone old in the family, and that resonates very well with the spirit of winter, which is very Saturnian. In astrology, Saturn also denotes, also describes, also points to older people in your life, an older man, an older woman. In Hindu astrology, they say, Parashara says that Saturn is the oldest of the planets. So it's this signification of maturity, but also just old age. And it's also because Saturn is a cold and dry planet, it relates very well to frosty winter days. So the Lilies card that I have right here, if you pull the Lilies card in a reading, it can show you that something will take a very long time to mature. It can show that you need to be calm and collected, like, you know, like a frozen ice block or something when approaching a situation. It can show also that something will occur in winter or in the 30th of the month, because this is the 30th card. So it depends very much on your question. It depends very much on the context, on the other cards that are around this Lilies card. Usually it's a neutral card, so it's not good or bad. It just shows a process of maturation, a process of also recollection and slowing down things. Just like in winter, you slow down, you rest, you take a step back. And again, with the Saturn parallel, of course, what happens in during the winter solstice. During the winter solstice, of course, we have the sign of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. So there is where Saturn is right at home. So whenever we get the Lilies card, we can think about this Saturnian energy of taking a step back, letting things, having patience. It's a patience card, letting things mature. Of course, it can also show a relaxing situation. If you ask about, like, how am I going to spend this weekend or something like that, and then you get the Lilies card, then it's going to be a nice quiet weekend. So Saturn doesn't necessarily have to be like a bad planet, but it's also like relaxing. Saturn is the master of relaxation, because Capricorn, the home sign of Saturn, is like a crocodile, like a reptile that's always kind of relaxing and only decides to attack when it's necessary. That's why Mars is exalted in Capricorn, because it's just waiting and waiting and waiting for the right moment, and then with a swift move it focuses its energy. A good Mars doesn't waste its energy. That's why Mars is exalted in Capricorn. That's a little tidbit for today with the Lenormand deck, a little crossover with astrology. I hope you guys are having a nice time wherever you are in the world. I hope winter is teaching and treating you well, and maybe today you can find some signification in your life for this Lilies card that we pulled today to describe today's context. Okay, you guys, I'll see you soon with more videos. Bye! If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you know about Lenormand cards, and if you're interested in more astrology, human design, and cards of truth, I offer classes and readings. Check out my website carmina-amza.com.